Hello, hello, hello. Okay, guys, can you believe it? I'm actually on video 4. Obviously, I'm in my grungy sweatshirt because I'm a sloppy crafter, and you can see I haven't changed clothes, so same day because we're on a roll. And I thought, if you're on a roll, you better keep going, girl. And so let's continue making our book box. Couple of family things first. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're enjoying this as squirrely as my channel is right now. I am working on getting it better. I appreciate you for joining me on doing these. However, I also understand that perhaps I'm not your cup of tea. And I get that. My feelings won't be hurt, but I would love for you to be able to branch out and do this because they're so amazing and they will so add to your junk journaling. If you love mixed media, it'll add to that. And so I'd love for you to join me. So I'm going to link in the description box one of my favorite artists and who I actually discovered that got me into this. And so I hope that that will encourage you if you just can't handle following me along. But if you do follow me along, just know that I so appreciate you. And please like, share, and subscribe. I am trying to grow my channel. And I will be improving my channel. I have a wonderful friend who's going to be helping me at the retreat. Because I just learn better if somebody just makes me do the steps. For some reason, that makes it click in my brain. And then I'm also going to be hiring a techie when I get home that will sit with me so that I can have a pretty intro to my channel and, you know, I can start editing. I was like, I'm never going to edit, okay? Raw, unfiltered, which for the most part I will still do. But when you're doing book boxes, the only way I can kind of like condense this down as if I learn to speed things up. Okay, so that being said, thank you. If you want to be on my Happy Mail list, please go over to Jackie Black on Facebook. Send me your address on Messenger, and for every 50 new subbies I get, I send out Happy Mail. So when we get to 650, I will send out, it's kind of like a larger envelope, card envelope size of Happy Mail. And then when we hit 700, I will send out the bigger packages of Happy Mail. And then when I get back from the retreat, we will begin to build up a book box. And I'm going to stuff it full of a bunch of goodies. And that will be for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Okay, guys? So I truly appreciate you. Please also go over to my wonderful, fabulous Facebook group that I actually, when I discovered junk journaling 4 years ago, I found Sheila Ginridge and the ladies over at Boho Daydreams. Sheila's been the one who has encouraged me from the very beginning, you know, and so I just love that group. I've made some amazing friends over there. And some artists, and so I'm going to link Boho along with a couple of my other favorite Facebook groups. They just like so inspire me, and everybody has like a little different take, and I absolutely love that. I love that we're all different, and that no matter what your genre is, you can be inspired by so many different people. Okay, so let's get this party going. So for this step, we're going to attach our lid. I apologize again. Sometimes I literally choke because my medicine gives me horrible dry mouth. Very hard to do tutorials when you can barely talk, okay? So again, I told you that the best way, and I know this because I've made every mistake. Well, not every. I'm sure I'm working my way down that path. But one of the mistakes, or one of the things I found, was your cardboard box will warp. So all I do is take it after I get all of the paper. See, you can see paper on everything. Doesn't look pretty yet. That you cover it with your little strips. Put this under wax paper and then put a bunch of heavy books on it, and it will help flatten it. Ta-da! Now, just go get a piece of cotton fabric. This is no different than when you're building up a journal. Okay, so if you've been a junk journaler, then you know that we use fabric because it's going to last forever. And that's all we're going to do to attach our lid. And again, I gave you the little trick of how I just measure to make sure that this part is flush, because I have done my lids a little bit different. So I showed you on the last video of just how it works for me. Okay, so get whatever glue you're going to use. It really doesn't matter at this point what glue you use. So, well, let's see if I can even get this out. This one might be one of my older drier ones, but here we go. We'll just open this. And I'm trying to do this because maybe somebody doesn't have Fabri-Tac, or, you know, Elaine's glue or whatever. Or maybe even, you know, times are hard right now financially. So please know that you don't have to use all the fancy glues or whatever. You can just use this. And I will show you. So just, oh, next step. I have found, for me, it is just easier if I tape at this point. It keeps my book from slipping. And so just put some tape on there, because your next step after this is, and I found you can skip it. I just, for me, have found that I actually like it better, because we're going to just recover all of this once again. So I've already cut my strip. These are literally from my like stash over. They're cut off pieces that I didn't want to throw away. I wanted to use. This can be, I don't know, flaming pink. It really won't matter. So just know that you can use whatever, okay? Then for me, I just lay whatever glue, Fabri-Tac, whatever you're using, just, you know, get your glue down, okay? This one is kind of an older glue. So and you can see, I'm a sloppy crafter. So you just want to get your glue down on there, and then you just lay your strip down, okay? And if you have overhang, you're just going to cut it off. It's not a big deal. Now you're going to have one strip that's a little bit longer than the one that you're going to do on the inside. Because I made the mistake of trying to lay this material all the way across, and then you can't open up your book, and you want to be able to open up your book. On one of the book boxes that I'm going to do, I'm also going to do, I'm going to show you on this video a couple of different ways that you can begin to cover it, because last week I tried 4 times to make a video for you all. I am persistent, if nothing else. Last week, I truly questioned my sanity on starting the YouTube channel. But hey, you know, we all got to start somewhere. So this week, I'm back to my optimistic little self. Anyway, so get this down. And there are different ways. I have yet to do it, but I did buy the hinges because I thought, oh, we got to try the hinge method too. But just because I'm having to finish things up, I'm showing you like the easiest way. Everybody should have the supplies, okay? So then just cut off your little scraps. And, oh, I promised my nail tech too that I would wear gloves, and here I am not wearing gloves. Poor girl. She's such an amazing artist in her own right. And when I showed up yesterday, like, my nails were packed in greens and blues, paint and putty. Yeah, you name the product. I think I was carrying it on my nails, and I could not get it off. So, yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I'll wear gloves. And then I even put the box in front of me, and here I am yapping away and not getting it. Okay, so now you're going to literally cover just this part right here. You want it to go under your box just a little bit. So what I do, because right now that is gluing, so it's not on there cured. It's not cured yet. So I just put a couple of pieces of tape again to make sure that my lid is straight. Now on this, because I made the mistake of covering from here to here, you don't want to. You just want to cover in material on the inside of this box. Again, all you're doing is you are strengthening your box and your lid, because this is what's going to open and close, so you do want to make sure, you know, that the lid doesn't go flying off. You know, who knows, it could probably still happen. Hopefully the people that ask for these, you know, that they're going to just love them and love me, so if they fall apart, then I'll learn from that. But I do try really hard to make sure that it's done right. Now I've got to flip this. I'll apologize to you now if you're not in frame, because I haven't even watched these yet, because I was on such a roll that I wanted to just keep filming. Okay, so you can see even this one's a little bit short. It doesn't really matter because it's still going to stay on there nice and secure. And then all you're going to do is get that glued on there. And then you just want to cover it over. Now because, you know, why do one box when you can do 12 boxes? Because that's what I'm up to. I let this dry for several hours, but again, I'm doing more than one box at a time. I have found, sorry guys, what do you know? It finally had to happen. I have to have my phone on because my daughter has had so many health emergencies and surgeries this year that I don't care. You'll have to hear the phone ring because I keep it on. Even though she seems to be doing much better, I have to be available for her and the grandbabies if for some reason she gets rushed to the hospital again. Okay, so I apologize for that. Perhaps we'll finally hit a season of health. It hasn't happened yet, but it could. So you might get interrupted. I'm not going to stop this time because of it. So now you can see. You just want to get it good and glued. Remember, you're not going to see any of this. So I understand that this is like super ugly right now. And again, if you're going to do mixed media, I'm going to tell you right now, especially if you don't have a mind like mine, and you have a perfectionist mind, when you're doing mixed media, the next few steps are probably, you know, going to put you in therapy because it looks super messy. But you have to really try to focus on the end game. And there you go. So you just want to make sure you have it on there. I just set my box like that so that it can dry on the inside as well as on the outside. What are we on times? Ooh, I think we can actually get to our next part. I apologize if you like really short videos. It's very hard to do tutorials that are really super short when you're trying to show something like this. So you're going to hear my chair scrape. I'm sorry that I have to set this behind me to get it to dry. And now, woohoo! Because I had already finished these, because I did these last week, I have some that are finished. And so we are going to go on to our next step. I will not be able to show you the wood putty one because with wood putty, you have to let that dry for about 24 hours. Then I will click on the camera and you do have to sand it down because you have to get all your ridges off, even if you're not using wood putty. Say you're going to use, you can use modeling paste. I believe you can even use the spackle. I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure you could use a spackle. Basically, this is going to build it up. I like the look. You don't have to do this part. I just wanted to get on camera and show you, and I'm going to try a new way for my book pages look. I haven't done it that way, so you're going to see it for the first time as well. There's so many different ways, but it got me so sidetracked last week trying to show you all the different ways. I'm just going to do it, and you all can just follow me along and see that there's a million different ways. Okay, I hope that makes sense, because the next one we're not going to do wood putty, and I don't know that I'm going to cover the whole thing because again I don't know how to edit and speed things up, but I am going to just show you how to get on there. And then I'm also going to be trying a new product, so it'll probably be off camera that I actually try this. But this is what I found at my Home Depot. They did not have wood putty. And this little wood putty I ordered from Amazon, but it was kind of spendy. And you will definitely, for this size book box, you're going to use almost all of this. So I don't want to do that. You know what? Maybe I'll actually just try this. And we'll put the wood putty aside. So we'll try this one. This was just like not as expensive. So get this. Get like a spatula knife, a broken credit card. It really doesn't matter. Ooh, what do you know? I have no idea what this is going to be. So this is called plastic wood. So I guess we're going to find out together if we like it. Sometimes you just got to take a chance. So this is what came with the little wood putty thing, but you can use this, which I might switch to. I have done it just using, you know, like old, well, these come from the hotel keys. You can use those, credit cards, whatever. Just use something to spread it with, because that's all you're going to do is you are not going to put it on the inside. You are just going to cover the outside of your book, okay? So let's get this. Now, I lay it on kind of thick at first. Let's see, this is actually, so I'm doing so many different sizes of books that this little one worked really well for my smaller size books. But I think I'm going to switch on over to like this putty knife. And then you're just going to want to get it all in there. I have no idea how fast this stuff dries either, so we may be finding that out together as well. So let's get it on there. This is, I do have to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing and not make it boring for you all. All right, I'm trying to do this way because I'm not going to do the whole book with you, but I wanted to show you how you can do your lines. Now on this thing, and I did forget to grab my little comb, but if you have a comb, this would be the time to go ahead and grab it. So you can do a comb, but I thought, well, maybe nobody has a comb. And I have already tried that look. And so I'm going to kind of go in and I'm going to use a dowel for this set because I haven't done it that way. And I'm one of those artists that likes to try every way to do something that you can possibly do it in. Now you're probably going, oh my gosh, this is like watching glue. I'm just going to do this one piece with you. It'll give you an idea. When we come back, you will see that I have covered the entire thing with the wood putty. Do not do the inside of your book, just the outside, okay? But again, I can't speed it up. I don't want to bore you all. If you'd like me to actually show you every little step, just let me know. And then the next one, I will do that for you. Otherwise, until I can edit, this is how I can show you. I have done this where I made it super messy because we all know I love grunge. And so I have a tendency to like things more messy. And then I've done it where you can see I am attempting to be like a little more neater. And I have found that the neater is better. And the reason being is when you go to sand this down, it is a lot less sanding time. So now I do take the time to be just a little bit more neater, especially on these corner parts, because when you are sanding, it is a little more difficult to sand it off if you have a bunch of ridges. So please learn from my mistakes. If nothing else, that is one thing I'm really good for, because I will make a lot of mistakes, and I am happy to share with you how I have overcome those mistakes and what not to do so that you don't do them. So now you're going to want this a little bit flatter or straighter. Okay, so now you guys are getting the gist of that, correct? All right, so now I'm going to put my lid on because I'm going to take you directly to how to make the lines, and I've been wanting to do it this way for a while now. If you have a comb, and eventually I'll do that with you, just scrape it straight down, wipe your comb, do that on the 3 edges. Otherwise, just take a dowel, and then you're literally just going to draw your lines in there. Okay, and again, I've never used this product either, and so I have no idea what it's going to look like. I kind of wanted the messier look of pages for this one because I already know what I'm doing with this book. So I kind of wanted a more, like it's 1,000 years old, okay? Because we all know that's what I like, okay? So this is what you're going to do for this one, is you're just going to go in. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to leave these. I want them to dry because I kind of want those little bumps and those little ridges. If you don't want that, make sure you're wiping off your dowel and then you're just lifting those up. I personally want those. Okay? No rhyme, no reason. Just get in there and think in your head, well, what would pages look like? Again, I want those edges. I am going to clean up that side a little bit. And I want to clean up this side a little bit here. This is going to be the top of our sides of our book. So I want to kind of clean that up just a bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. You don't even have to do it that way, okay? So there you go. That kind of shows you how you're going to get your page marks. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so we're going to set this one aside. Because why do one book box when you can do more than one at a time? And again, I'm doing this mainly for you guys so that you can see that there are different ways that you can do it. When I come back, which I'll have to film tomorrow because all that stuff is going to have to dry, and I'm going to work on some other boxes. But you can do it this way as well. So I'm going to use, if I can find it. So this is a roll I bought, and I did it because I knew I was going to make a ton of these boxes. Okay. Oh, I can't actually show you on this one because I want wood putty on that one too. Sorry. I thought I had the right book. So we'll do it on this one. So all you're going to do now is either take a piece of cardboard, okay, and line it up from here to here, and then cut it, wet this, and peel the cardboard apart. So what I mean is you're going to, obviously you want it to be the full width of it, but just take a piece of your cardboard, take this. I'm going to do this off because I don't want water on my desk, but just squirt this really, really well with water. Okay, take your X-Acto knife, which, where is my X-Acto knife, which I've had out. Oh, I found my Sharpie I lost on the last video. Isn't that how it works? And then just go ahead and you want to just lift off this first layer. Now I'm going to tell you a little trick to this. Make sure the cardboard is saturated, okay? The more saturated it is, the easier this pulls off. For time's sake, I probably won't even do all this, but I really get it wet. And then that first layer of cardboard is going to pull off like that for you, okay? Oh, I don't want to throw that away because that'll make great tags. Look at this. So for grungy people, save it. Look at those beautiful lines. It's going to be fabulous. So that's got to go over here. So all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut your 3 sides. Just measure it. And then just go ahead and lay it down where we're at. We're at 24 minutes. So you're going to just lay and glue all of this down at this stage of it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to glue that on, but we're already at 25 minutes, and so I don't want the videos to be super, super long. So just remember, lay your fabric down inside and on the outside, okay? Take your little strips of paper then and just glue them over the material outside and inside, all right? If you are doing the wood putty look, then, or you can use modeling paste, you can probably use spackling, I haven't tried it, but anything, if you want to do that look, then just go ahead and lay that over the outside of your book and on and around your pages. Then either take a comb and stripe it down that way. I've done that method. I wanted to try something new. Or get your dowel, make your little lines, and let it dry overnight. And then tomorrow, hopefully we'll have as good a time as I did, meaning I actually got through the videos. We will come back, we will begin sanding, and then I will show you another way to do it. I might even come on a little bit later today and show you how I'm going to do another video where I'm just covering the book with some crepe paper because I really like that look. And my hubby's up and I've been down here filming for like 2 hours. So I need to go upstairs and say hi to him. So I will probably try one more video today to just begin to show you how you need to start thinking about what you would like for your cover, what kind of supplies you'll need. And I'll go ahead and have this on here and I will show you how I do the crepe paper and we will go from there. So once again, thank you so, so much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope it is inspiring you. And just know I appreciate all of you and I will see you all on the flip side. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Bye-bye.